I see you mature. I see you in a spiritual light that I come and I ask and I come and I seek and I come and I wait because I see you as not a student but a teacher. And and my depiction of you is going to be different than what the world's view is because I've seen what you've knew before. How you could teach and train me. Where like I had a business, but I didn't know how to grow it until I met you. The first one who I met talked about an enterprise. I didn't even know what an enterprise over LLC was. I'm like you don't know your impact. Don't make light of that. We bring light to everything else, but notice your worth in everything that you grew you to be here. And it's folk like me that could play off of, who could grow off of, not to get here and desert and leave. And so family has left you so that God could rectify with the left you and correct you. That's why you're on the right path. That's why we're on the right path. Not for us to get here and get discouraging. We get discouraging. God, he get discouraging. Man, if you ain't never been pissed off, he'll piss you off. But take that and form it in the clay and use it as manure and grow.
Sounds selfish, but when we talk about prayer, coming from a place where I did not know God and had sisters and brothers who went to church, I didn't get it. To where all these years, now I don't know if people were praying for me. I have no idea. I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm pretty sure they were, and for that I appreciate them. But if it were not for the prayers that I spoke over myself,
Come on. Yes, sir. Come on.
If it weren't for like God showing me how to pray for myself, how to love,
that's good.
how to love other people, even though like they would knowingly or unknowingly like hurt me, and then for me to still be able to have the strength to stand up with them, to them, and come to their aid.
That's big.
I don't hate anybody. I've had so much crap go on in my life that I would have more than ample reasons to hate the world, and I don't. I was raised to not hate people. Just it's gonna sound crazy, but if you love them harder, maybe they'll see the error of their ways and they'll stop hurting you. And I know that sounds crazy, but is that not the actual depiction of God and Jesus?
Absolutely.
When I started reading the Bible, I didn't understand the whole turn the other cheek. And God had to let me know that I've been doing that my whole entire life. If it were not for me starting off praying to God, not even knowing how to pray to God, of just in a humble place, knowing that I'm done, I'm fed up, I'm tired, I'm sick, and that's even before a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. He showed up for me even when I didn't even know he was showing up for me. He blessed me with a heart and a mind and a soul to just care. Now I have lived some part of a life to where it was just kind of wrong, and it's because I was trying to not be me anymore, and I was trying to be the world. And even in that, God stopped it. And even when I was doing wrong to other people, I still had a conscience, and I felt horrible. If it were not for God showing up for me and showing me how to pray to him, Jesus being there and dying for my sins, I don't know where I would be. I would not have ever had the strength in order to help pray for you.
That's right.
To help build you and lift you out of your situation, even though at the time I didn't know how to pray. I never stopped praying. I never stopped praying for my mother. I never stopped praying for my father. I never stopped praying for me. I never stopped praying for the people who would do evil and bad things to me, even though I wanted bad things to happen to them, which I don't anymore, thank God. But I would never stop praying for them. If it weren't for God showing up for me, I would not have ever had the strength to show up for other people. And sometimes I used to feel that I show up for everybody, but nobody shows up for me. But that's a lie. I have so many people who've showed up for me. It may not have necessarily been in the way that I wanted it to, but God would send people to show up for me, to house me, to clothe me, to feed me, to give me the things that I desired and wanted, to where I was unappreciative of being in a marriage, being a father, being a friend to people who genuinely loved and cared for me, and they all had to go in order for me to be alone, in order for me to learn that I had to draw nearer to God and not them. Because only when we grow nearer to God is when we can learn to love other people and not allow the love for the other people to stop us from loving God. I love the view that God created as my brother in Christ, as my real brother, as my best friend that I've ever had in the entire world. And I don't care if I leave here pissed off, ready to fight you. If somebody does or says or whatever to you, the old Trevor's gonna come out and I'm gonna burn the world in order to make things right with you, for you and your family. Y'all have shown so much love and appreciation to me that there's no amount of words that I can say to you guys in order to show my gratitude. So that is why I just continue to pray for you guys, and I just continue to love you guys as hard as I possibly can. With all that, sometimes you gotta pray for yourself, even though you don't know if somebody's praying for you.
That's right.
You gotta pray for you. Praying for other people though, but you can't be praying so much for other people that you forget to pray for yourself.